Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery Outdoors, an Emmett Hinderer Part 2 rendition, if you will. Hey, before we get into the video, 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. Vets, we love you. You have a place here. We back to blue over here. We support Leo. How do you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the law anymore. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. So, guys, here's the deal, real quick. A couple weeks ago, or about a month ago now, I did a video on this knife. JR was good enough to send it with some others for me to review. And if you've watched more than one episode of this channel, you know that JR has kept me in knives. I just got some tomahawks in from him. But I didn't realize at the time he had bought it brand new, hadn't even opened the box, and sent it to me. So I'm going to link that video in the description, and so you can check it out and cross compare. I love this knife, love everything about this knife. As a matter of fact, I highly recommended it to Timbo 437 a couple days ago. No problems with the knife. I just wanted it to be a little sharper, so I finished up that video a month ago. I sent it to DJ Horn. He sent it back to me, and we have this now, and it is super sharp. I want you guys to do me a favor. Check the timestamp in the description. I'm going to narrate this video strictly on the knife for the first part, and I'll put a timestamp when I move away from talking about the knife and go over some channel business and why I'm doing it that way. Now, we demonstrate the knife all the way through. This isn't a video where I'm just sitting and you're looking at me. No, we demonstrate all the way through. But because I've already done one video on the knife, and you can reference there, I figured it'd be a good idea, and I want to cover a couple things. So check the description. It'll have a timestamp when we move over to narration about the channel. And if you just want to watch the knife work, the way I set these videos up, I've said it a bunch, is simply this. I set my videos up so you don't have to listen to me at all. You can turn on music, you can do whatever, and you can see the knife work. That's why I like doing the demonstrations. I don't really call them reviews. I don't call them testing. Nothing we do is scientific, and it's just more of a demonstration. Garen Pandalope come up with that, and I like it. Let me go over some specs real quick with you. The name of it is the Emmett. It is by Hinderer. It's CPM 20CV. It has a blade length of 3.83 inches. Has a blade width of 0.165 inches. It has a handle length of 4.78 inches. The overall length is 8.61 inches. Handle width is 0.62 inches. It's burgundy micarta. It is a clip point. It has some great jimping on the spine. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. Full leather sheath. I love the sheath. It's by Woodland Harness, and the deal is this, guys. I believe it's out of stock right now, but normally it runs about $275. Now, here's the thing. When I first tested it, I thought JR had carried it a little bit. He had not. So that's why I was wondering about the sharpness. But that was the only concern I had. It is comfortable in hand. I love micarta. Right here, we're going to do our zip tie test. This is to test the edge. To make sure we don't have any chipping, rolling, anything like that. I have had people say, man, I do a lot of zip tie cutting. Had one guy let me know that, hey, I ruined a knife on zip ties, which, you have to wonder about the heat treat at that point. This knife had zero problems with that. We did two different types of zip ties here. No problem whatsoever. What you're going to see a lot in this video is a lot of cutting. We do some slicing right there, no problem, and a little slicing on this old piece of oak right here, and you can kind of just see the wood chips fall. You'll see me do this throughout the video, and for those of you that's watched a bunch, you know that we try to cut. I've got some pressure treated 2x4s, 4x4s, this oak stick, some hackenberry. We try to cut several different types, some pine actually, of wood, just to give you an overall idea of how it works. All right, there was a knot, and this is an old piece of oak, and you know how hard that can be. The Emmett had no problem with it. Now, earlier, Errol Scabby is about tripping into the oak. Right here, we're going to do the John Peters stab test. And you can check it out. It did the exact same as it did in the first video. It did really well. It's a clip point, so yes, it's going to stab. And basically what we're doing there is stabbing the sidewall of a tire off my old Dodge 1500. I think we get up to 2 or 3 right here. But it's just a quick hammer grip, and the reason I do this is to test the tip. No, I'm not turning it sideways and doing it. I'm not trying to abuse the knife. I don't believe in abusing the knife. We just want to run some demonstrations on it. But I do a quick hammer grip and just a 6 or 8 inch straight down punch to test the hot spots in the handle. There are none. Slippiness of the handle, there is none. Any tip damage, any edge rolling, none. Held up very, very well, and it's named after my guy, John Peters, who actually decided or come up with the test. Now, this is that 2 inch ratchet strap or toe strap. We're just going to test the tip right here. No problem there. None whatsoever. DJ just did an amazing job, and one thing I wish we could have done this past weekend when Joe was here, my partner on Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. That's my other channel. Please subscribe to it. And Joe has his own channel, Steel, Forged, and Fire, Sword and Knife. I wish we could have got a review from Joe on this. He absolutely loved this thing. We were kind of laughing the other day. We just ran out of time. I mean, we put out a bunch of videos, a bunch of content. Please check out his channel. He has some great videos of him cutting with a katana in a swamp. Check out the videos that he shot for me, the ATL and the Scourge. Man, an amazing job. And we put our chopping contest between the two of us on Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. Now right here, again, I'm just doing some slicing. I tried to do that throughout the video to showcase DJ's sharpening job, and Joe can verify that. Jimbo can verify that. The guy can just sharpen a knife, and he is a godsend. And DJ Horn, man, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Right here, we're just doing some quick stabs through a bottle. Now, you guys seen in the opening scene, I cut paper. I do that for the opening. I don't shave hair. It's just a personal thing. I don't care if you do. It's just what I do. Before the video goes off, we're going to cut another piece of paper. Now, bear in mind that we've cut all this material. We're not stropping it. We're not doing anything. We're going to do some batoning, and the sheet of paper is laying over there on the windowsill out in the humidity, and the knife holds up very, very well. Now, right here, I told y'all the other day, I just feel like some people disagree, but I feel like their batoning does have a place, a definite place. I like it. One thing that I do with all this stuff right here that I'm batoning up, I literally, every morning in the sandblast pit where I work, I'll start me a little fire. So I take a lot of these sticks, and this batoning is perfect for me. I also do it to check, again, hot spots in the handle. Is there any reverb? Is there any vibrating? No, none. And it just worked out well. Now, guys, here's the point where I want to swap over, and I want to discuss some channel business. So, if you don't care anything about hearing that, man, just turn it down on low and put some music on and enjoy the rest of the demonstration. We do a lot of different stuff. And let me say this real quick to JR, man, thank you. I love this freaking knife. It's super comfortable, super easy to use, and right now it's super sharp. I've stropped it up and eagle-tiered it, and I'll be sending it back to you tomorrow, JR. I appreciate you, brother. Well, guys, listen, Monday I put out a little video because I saw a video from Ryan Upchurch, so I put out a quick thank you video to Ryan. I had no clue it was going to do this, but it took off. And since Monday, I have gained about 500 subs, and we're still rising. So we blew through 3,500, and we're on our way to 4,000. And y'all know that at every 500, we do some type of giveaway. So sometime next week, I will do a video on that. And the reason I'm saying next week is this, guys. I've put out a lot of videos that aren't really my content relation, or in relation to my content. But here's the deal, guys. I run my channel a little differently. I truly, and I mean this from the depths of my soul, all of you guys at Broway, man, I love y'all. Y'all make it worth doing. I enjoy, even when, we might disagree on a couple things, that's fine. That's fine. I appreciate all the support. And I don't just stick to one thing. I give you a lot of me. I give you a lot of insight into me. And that will always continue. It's the only way I know to be, guys. There's certain guys who run their channels like brands and they never deviate. And I love that. I love their discipline enough to do that. And there's some great ones out there. But that's not me. It's just not me. But instead of subjugating y'all to a bunch of riding with scabs or me sitting on the throne and talking to you, no, not that throne, the bone throne, I'm going to put out a ton of knife reviews, knife demonstrations, and then next week we will cover some of this stuff. But I want to say this, some shout outs real quick. Isaac the Noob, Legion Tactical, Timbo 437, Work Tough Gear, Gene and Kayla Johnson, and then Grayson from Boar Arms over on Instagram have all sent knives for me to test. And listen, I am excited. I want to get these out. I want to get them done, and I want to get them back to people. I don't like holding on to people's knives, but I wanted to thank everybody. The content creators are Isaac the Noob, Legion Tactical, Timbo 437, and then Gene and Kayla Johnson are just awesome people in this community. They sent a joker. I'm going to try it out. And then my guy, Boar Arms, over on Instagram is sending me a couple, and I am so excited and appreciative to him. So I want to get these knife reviews out. So over the next week, you're going to see, well, I just said we didn't call them reviews. You're going to see a bunch of knife demonstrations. But I just wanted to take a few seconds, guys, and for all of you who are new here, I just wanted y'all to know I do run my channel a little differently. I run it the way I want to. That's why I added the outdoors to it. That's why I added several things. I Scab the Spear Hunter there. But I just wanted to give you a part of me, okay? And that's all I really wanted to say. We will cover some giveaways next week. We will cover the raffle we got coming up. No, it is absolutely not forgotten. That is going to happen. And we will cover some other things. Blade Talk with Scab and Joe is coming up. Joe, put in the comments when, because we are having Doug Ritter. That is going to be massive. Well, guys, I love y'all. God knows I do. Mikey says it best. Everything's going to be all right. I'm Scab. You're not. And I'm gone, son.